How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Now, the Dark Priest is a class I really have not even talked about. I have mentioned a few times, and that's about it. Well, I've been using the Dark Priest a little bit, got some experience with it, and while it is very good in certain situations, I still think Princess is the better class? I don't know, maybe I gotta do a little bit more. But I just kind of wanted to go over the Dark Priest, and, it's the only other really awesome class for Koshua, so at least the only other one that's unique to her. So let's see, what is the Dark Priest, what's so good about it? Well, just like the Princess, it does have access to summon spells, so that is a huge plus. You do lose access to Draconic magic, you can't use Starfall, and you can't use, well, I mean, obviously you wouldn't, but you lose access to that and you don't get the dark version. So you do lose access to Draconic magic, but a lot of people aren't really big fans of Draconic magic, so that is always good to know. Now, I did put on Spell Charge and Paradigm Shift. Paradigm Shift does the RT, sets the target's RT to 0, and Spell Charge transfers MP to another unit. Just some utility in there. Nothing really game breaking or anything crazy or, insanely good. Now, what makes the class unique is it has pretty much auto debuffs. It pretty much has AoE close auto debuffs that it can use. So, that's what makes it unique. So let's look into that. What are we talking about? Well, you got Absolution, Meditate. You got the traditional stuff you would expect. Concentration, Engulf. And here are the two unique skills. We have Iron Maiden, inflict curse and poison on enemy units within 2 tiles. So an AoE curse and poison. Bloody Gag, put to sleep and silence enemy units within 2 tiles. So essentially, what we have here, if we break it down and just take it for what it is, we have the chance to inflict 4 debuffs within a 2-tile radius around the Dark Priest. Now, this begs 2 questions. One, are these debuffs good? Yes, I would say Sleep and Silence, Poison and Curse, they're all very good. I would say Poison and Silence are probably better than Curse and Sleep, but Curse is kind of underrated, and even Sleep to a degree, but the main issue with Sleep is if you hit them, they wake back up, so Sleep's very more for shutting down a unit and forgetting about it. If you sleeped and poisoned them, the poison tick would just wake them up, so, it's kind of redundant to have Sleep on here. But Sleep and Silence work good in tandem. I mean, obviously, they're not gonna, interfere, but if you did inflict poison as well, that would interfere with the Sleep. Now, so, you would think, like, okay, so I kind of want to be near the enemy because, I want to be inflicting these debuffs. And, that is true to an extent, but it's also true to the fact that if you get attacked, if, like, it's your turn went and the enemy goes, and there's 2 or 3 enemies that are, coming within melee range of you, you only have a little over 1,000 hit points, so hopefully you can take 2 to 3 hits and still be alive and well, and then when your turn comes around again, these could proc, and then you could back up and have the enemy debuffed. So the playstyle is a little dangerous, especially if you do try to frontline a little bit more, because you do have such a low HP pool, and you do got to be within 2 tiles for these to work. But they are auto skills, so they are free debuffs. But it's just the viability of that and how practical it's going to be, and that kind of is where the Dark Priest kind of falls off with me a little bit, because it's clearly a class that you want to be close to the enemy, but it's a class that, like any kind of caster, it really can't take a lot of hits. So do keep that in mind when you do it, that just be aware of your HP at all times, because you have no option to heal, obviously, other than healing items. And having access to summons is great, and obviously Meteor Strike is one of the better, I feel, AoE skills in the game, AoE spells. Meteor Strike 3, really nice, really good. So you have huge power, huge damage here, and you have great debuff potential. It's just keeping the Dark Priest alive. I would say run your Dark Priest up with either a Knight that can, split the damage, or, like I said, White Knights. What I tend to do is I have my 2 White Knights pretty much be right beside the Dark Priest at all times, so then we are good with the 2 squares. But I keep them 2 squares away so that way the enemy can still surround the Dark Priest, because the Dark Priest is a way more juicy target. Enemy's going to prioritize that over the White Knights. And as long as the White Knights are within 2 tiles, you know, Guardian Force. So I'll at least have one within the Guardian Force proc. Usually both, though, because it is an auto skill, it's not guaranteed. So that will help with the survivability of my Dark Priest. You know, we just have the White Knight Dark Priest combo on the front line, or mid line, you could say, I guess, and it works pretty well. So I do recommend trying the Dark Priest. It is a really unique playstyle where if you want to take advantage of the class, you kind of have to be on the front lines, because then why are you equipping these skills if you're not going to be, you know, getting hit, or at least, you know, hitting others? It does kind of suck. You got all these holy moves on Cudgel, so you're not really benefiting from combining, you know, a dark affinity, but it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think. How do you feel about the Dark Priest? Do you prefer it over the Princess? Do you even use it? You know, I'm still kind of like on the fence about it, still kind of figuring it out a little bit more. So far, though, I do like the Princess more. So, but we'll see. That might change. We'll give it some more time. But as always, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I do hope to see you in the next one. Until then, later, guys. Peace out. Have a good one.